Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, interesting stuff here from Tevin Farmer. Wanted to just talk about Tevin Farmer for a bit because, Tevin Farmer, his career is quite fascinating because, obviously, early in his career he took 4 losses, and then he's won on a crazy win streak since that last loss of his career to Jose Pedraza all those years ago, and now he's a world champion. Now he's in a great position of his career where he's came up the hard way. He's done a great job for himself in his career. He's become a world champion. He signed a deal to the zone. He's making good money for himself. So just an excellent story. A positive story in the American, as far as American fighters go. He's a very positive example of why a loss doesn't mean anything for your career. And I really respect his career for that part. But what I don't respect is this tweet right here by him, because he had a tweet recently, and he's basically beginning to sound like a diva. I'm not gonna lie to you, he's beginning to sound like a diva. We're just gonna call Tevin Farmer out for sounding like a diva. Here's what he said, and I'll leave it guys for you in the description so you can come to your own surmise and not just take my word for it. Here's what he said. I quote: "Fighters need to understand that calling me out disrespectfully won't get you a fight with me. Why would I let you get a payday being disrespectful? I'm calling the shots now." So you mean to tell me listen, you're from Philadelphia, Tevin. You're from fucking Philadelphia, one of the most rough and tough, grueling cities in the world, and now you want to talk about fighters calling you out respectfully? Did Jonah Carroll call you out respectfully all those times on Twitter? No, he didn't. He was doing it disrespectfully. He got a fight with you. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then you're talking about calling the shots. Are we quick to forget, Tevin? Are we quick to forget? You won a vacant belt against fucking Billy Dib. You didn't beat the creme de la creme to get the title. You beat Billy Dib. And let's have it right, Tevin. Let's have it right. When you fought Kenichi Ogawa, he may have been on PEDs. He may have not been on PEDs. We don't know. I mean, they say he was. If he was, okay, whatever. But the reality is PEDs don't I'm gonna tell you something. PEDs don't make you a better fighter. They don't. They don't make you a better fighter. You can take all the PEDs in the world. It's not gonna make you a better fighter. It might make you have more stamina. It might make you recover quicker, but it's not gonna make you a better fighter. Regardless of the fact, I watched that fight, and you look like shit in that fight. You look horrible in that fight. I watched it, and that was the night, because I remember at that time when he fought Kenichi Ogawa, that was a fight where the hype on Tevin Farmer here in American boxing circles was pretty high. It was big. People were really clamoring for Tevin Farmer to fight Tank Davis. I mean, even I was at the time. The hype was real. I mean, the hype was real as far as people hyping this guy up. And then he fought Ogawa, and he looked horrible. The guy looked horrible. And that was the night where I said to myself, okay, he's a good fighter, he's a solid fighter, but this guy's nothing special. At the top level, nothing. I'm sure he could beat a lot of good contenders, but as far as the top level, beating guys like Tank Davis, he ain't nothing special. And that's really what my opinion changed on him. And ever since that fight, if you look at the guys he's fought since then, he's fought a pack of, I don't want to say bums, but very beatable opposition. He fought, after that he fought Billy Dib for the vacant belt, and then he fought Ryan Tennyson, and then he fought Jonah Carroll. And in the Jonah Carroll fight, Jonah Carroll can't punch out of a wet paper bag. He can't. He really can't. And Jonah Carroll came forward, was pressing the action, throwing lots of punches. And he was doing really good against Tevin Farmer. I think Tevin Farmer probably just edged that fight by the skin of his teeth. I was live on YouTube for that fight, but it was a close fight. It was a very close fight. And if you're talking the way Tevin Farmer talks, about himself and in this tweet, you should not be going life and death with the Jonah Carrolls of the world. I'm sorry. And he's someone to me who I think he's good. Again, like I said, I respect his career because he's done it the hard way. He's had to come up the hard way because of how his career went. But he's someone that, in terms of American fighters, I think is severely overrated. Severely overrated. And I don't even think most American pundits and fight fans can properly interpret his style, because they always say Tevin Farmer is this great defensive fighter, which I don't agree with. I don't think that he's a great defensive fighter. I think he's a great defensive fighter against guys against opponents who have slow reflexes, and he has better footwork than. Which is why he looks so good coming on the way up, and he has good head movement. But to me, the way I interpret Tevin Farmer's style is he's a guy who is not as athletic as he tries to fight. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna explain to you what I mean by that. Tevin Farmer has these herky-jerky shoulder movements and he tries to like Pernell Whitaker, but he don't have the athleticism, footwork, or foot speed of Pernell Whitaker, which is why he gets hit so much. You know, against Jonah Carroll, he was there to be hit. He was hit a lot against Jonah Carroll, and he gets hit in a lot of his fights. Guys who throw volume punches can get Tevin Farmer problems. That's why I think Tank Davis will beat him, because Tank Davis, you know, at his best, you know, is a volume puncher who can knock you out. With A-class punch power. I think Tank Davis is stopping Tevin Farmer within 6 rounds. No doubt about it. Right now, I'm not so sure because Tank Davis has become, you know, grimace. He's become fat as hell. So I don't know his motivation's there. But if he's willing and motivated and in shape, he's beating Tevin Farmer every day of the week and 10 times on Sunday. That's how adamant I am about that fight. But yeah, for you to sit here coming up the way you came up, saying that they got to call you out respectfully, like, you know, pipe down. Okay, pipe down, Tevin Farmer. This is the fight game. This is the freaking fight game. Alright? If a fighter says he can beat you and he thinks you ain't shit, guess what? He's gonna say he can beat you and he thinks you ain't shit. And the job is on him and you to come to an agreement and make a fight happen. And on the night, you can prove your worth. On the night, everything can be fair. And the boxing is the chamber of truth, and you can erase all doubts. And that's the beautiful thing about boxing. No matter what you say or an opponent says, regardless, the fact is, both of you are gonna have to climb into that ring and actually show what you've been talking about this whole time. In that ring, they call it the chamber of truth because that's what it is. Once you go in there, you know, you have to actually prove that what you've been saying. And words are just nothing but words. It's good for promotion. It's good to hype up fans and people who cover boxing like myself on a day-to-day basis. Like, it's good for us to have those things to talk about because it gets us hype for the fights and excited to cover these fights. But aside from that, you know, you gotta go in there and prove it in the ring. And if fighter calls you out disrespectfully, you know, fuck your trinket. You gotta actually go out there and show that you're better than him. So, not really a fan of the way he's, you know, posturing himself in this tweet. Not necessarily the biggest fan of the way he moves at times. And I'm not really a fan of the way that the media here puts him on this pedestal. I mean, I like his story. Like I said, I'm not going to take that away from him. He's done it the hard way. He deserves praise. I'm not saying he's not worthy of praise because he is. But for him to sit here and act like he's a star because he's beating Billy Dib, Ryan Tennyson, and Jonah Carroll, humble yourself, Tevin. If you're not, because if you don't humble yourself, you're going to get beat sooner than later. And I'm gonna leave it at that. So. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about Tevin Farmer, about what he's saying about fighters calling him out respectfully, and all this stuff. You know, what do you guys think about that? You know, it seems like he's a bit on this high horse, and that's what it is. So leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, like I say in every single one of these videos. You can love me or you can hate me, but I'm Jessica from Dane. So until next time, take care, guys.